guys, it's Nicole Meister. This is part 2. So as me and Josh didn't even know, he was very quiet. He didn't speak to any of us at all, so we didn't know what he was like or anything. So we were just minding our own business until Rebecca came to the lunch table. I'm usually scrolling through my phone and everybody's like, "Do you see Josh walking by?" I'm like, "What?" And there was Josh walking by. I didn't know his name because he didn't really introduce himself. He was very quiet. So I'm using my phone, like, okay. And everybody's like, "What happened between you and Josh? Like, what's going on?" I'm like, still on my phone, scrolling through, and then I get a call. I don't answer. I just text my mom and be like, "Hey," and she wanted to know if I was still gonna get fitted for my brace or not, and I said no. So I'm scrolling through my phone on my messenger and everything, texting my mom like I usually do, saying I love you and everything, texting her. And then she's like, so, what's up with you? And then they're like, she's like, how's school going? I'm like, okay. And then all of a sudden we hear Rebecca say, me and Josh broke up. It was like, oh, what happened? It's like, oh, I don't really know. She didn't really know. I didn't really know. I wasn't paying attention of why they broke up, but they broke up for a reason. I don't know the reason because I was on my phone paying no goddamn attention. So I'm on my fucking phone. This bitch is like, "Rebecca and Josh broke up." I'm like, "What do you mean they broke up?" My friend sent it on my system and it popped up. I'm like, "What do you mean they fucking broke up?" She's like, "They apparently broke up." Oh? Well then, a couple weeks later, or maybe a couple months later, no, it was a couple weeks later, he stopped sitting with us for like at least maybe a month. Then that's when I catched on. He started hanging out with us and started talking to me. I was actually going in the hallway listening to my music like I usually do with my earbuds in. Because I get fucking annoyed with the hallways. So I fucking have my earbuds in. I'm walking to fucking tech ed, this bitch, class. There's a bitch in there, that class. She's a fucking bitch. She fucking takes photos of us, so, and I pay no goddamn clue about it. But I was heading into tech ed, and usually when I get there, I'm a minute late, so I told my friend, please make sure I get there in time. She, like, be waiting for me, and I told her to save me a spot, and she was saving me a spot in there. So I had my spot and everything. As I was walking there, Josh was like, "Hi." I'm like, "Hi." I was like wondering who he was talking to. He's like, I'm like, paying still no attention, like, and he taps me on the shoulder and he goes, "Hi." I'm like, "Hello?" And he's like, "I didn't really introduce myself to you. I'm so sorry. My name is Josh." And I'm like, "My name's Nicole." And then we mentioned our last names. I'm not going to say his last name. You already know my last name. It's Meiser. So I go, "It's nice to meet you, Josh." And I'll call him Richard. Josh Richard. That's not his actual last name, but I'm just making a made-up last name. I go, "Hi, it's nice to meet you, Josh Richard." "It was nice to meet you too, Nicole Meiser." So he told me, he's like, "I'm so sorry about, I didn't really introduce myself to you guys. I'm just a very shy person." I'm like, "Oh, I'm too. I don't really pay attention. I seem like a bitch, but really I'm not." He's like, "Oh, I didn't count it as a bitch." I'm like, "Oh, thank God." So then we were walking and everything. Like, we were walking. I'm like, and he's like, "Where's your next class?" I'm like, "I have to go down this hallway to go to the tech ed." He's like, "Oh, I have a class right next to the tech ed room. You want to walk together?" I said, "Sure." And he's like, "So what do you do after school?" I'm like, "I usually go to a youth group Wednesdays, but after school I'm free. I usually hang out with my friend / my sister." He's like, "Oh, that's cool." I'm like, "Yeah, it's cool." But, as I was, like, telling him and everything, like, what I do after school and everything, it came to our stop. I'm like, "Bye," and he's like, "Bye." And my friend, he was like, "Oh, so you're walking with Josh?" I'm like, Yeah, he just came up to me. He's like, oh, I can see a connection happening. Then the next day, I'm walking in class by myself, like, not even paying no attention. He stopped walking with me for like at least a couple weeks,